What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT, and I'm back to talk about The Walking Dead. Spoiler warning for The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 9, Episode 10, Episode 12, Episode 16. Well, really the back half of Season 10. Potential spoilers, spoiler warning for sure. We're going to do a breakdown, review, discussion of Season 10, Episode 9, but also a couple other things will come up about episodes in the back half of Season 10. But as always, guys, let me know your thoughts, post your comments below. And before we get to it, please hit that subscribe button. Helps achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. If you are a subscriber already, thank you very much. We truly appreciate it. Hit the join button to become a valued member. Ring the bell to be notified when we post videos every day. Now, Season 10, Episode 9 was titled Squeeze. And I'm sure it was all about squeezing through those tight spots in the cave and the chambers. Well, it started with our group in the cave. It picked up where Season 10, Episode 8 left off. And overall, I thought the episode was good. It wasn't the best episode by any means, but it was a good start to the back half of Season 10. My question is, where did they get the lanterns? Where did they get the flashlights? And why did they turn them on before they went into the cave? That really wasn't addressed. But either way, they were in the cave. Alpha saw them. Jerry was like, "Hey guys." And Alpha's giving the stare down in the cave. And I love the comment, "The caves have eyes." Right, Renee? Pretty funny. But I just thought this was funny too. She's like, "Ah!" And I said it before, it just felt out of place. And then she's like she was so mad that Alpha was still alive. And I understand that. It just was comical and just seemed out of place. But the fact that the Whispers went in after Alpha said to go in and don't let him out showed me that there was more than one way to get inside the cave. But our group found a different way to get out. It's almost like they made their own way to get out of the cave. Is it a mess up? Is it lazy writing? I don't know, but it was a lot of work where they couldn't find the actual exit from the cave or one of the exits. But either way, I'm glad Jerry survived, and I know a lot of people were worried about him since the trailer for the back half of Season 10. Well, he survived, and he's okay. But what about these two? I kind of felt bad for Connie and Magna. Well, I did feel bad because they got left in the cave. And also, I could understand Magna a little bit more, but I just don't like her yelling at Carol like that. And I like how Daryl was like, "We ain't got time for that." And I'd be the same way. And I'd be like, "Stop complaining. You didn't have to come in here. We're all here now. There's nothing we can do about it. This isn't going to help." But either way, Magna and Connie are trapped in the cave. And I just doubt they're dead, right? We didn't see them die. Even though the exit that they made crumbled and the rocks and the explosion, it wasn't good. It's not looking good for them by any means. Do you think they survive? Both of them, or what? They're definitely trapped. And every time I see Connie, I like her more and more. And I liked her before. She was just there for Carol. She's just a good, nice character. Daryl running across the rocks or jumping across the rocks was like a little far-fetched. And I mean, why aren't you taking out more walkers when you were? Just like stab them and kick them and stab them and kick them. And, you know, Carol being claustrophobic is a callback to Season 1 at the CDC. And it's great. I love those callbacks and connections. But the walkers are there, and there were so many walkers down there. I mean, it's hard to see a little bit. I didn't think the darkness was that big of a problem. I thought it may be, but overall, I could tell what they were doing or what they were trying to do. Kelly punching the walkers was kind of funny. It's like, nah, you're going to get bit that way. What are you doing? But if I was Kelly, I'd be pissed at Carol for the explosion more than anything, because everybody was going to get out of the cave. But there's no way you could be happy with Carol if you're a part of this group. Daryl's pissed. Everybody is mad, especially when they have this heart-to-heart moment right here, and then she continues to go out on her own and get everybody trapped here. I mean, if I was Kelly and I thought Connie was dead, which you have to think she's gone, right? I would be super pissed. I would be like, "Okay, Carol, get away from me. I don't ever want to see you again. You killed my sister." Even though I think she's going to survive, but I do feel like Connie is a character that needs to survive, because she's just a nice character on the show. And the simple gesture that she was there for Carol, even though you could blame Carol for the situation, just shows you that she has a good heart, and I hope she survives. Daryl being Daryl, it was pretty interesting when Jerry cut the arm off, and Daryl was like, "Let me see that." And then he lit that on fire. Well, I guess the sleeve on fire. It was pretty good. It was pretty smart. Redneck ingenuity. Gotta love Daryl. But I have to say, I think Negan was the best part of the episode. He was funny with Alpha. He was funny when he fell in the poop. He was funny, he's always funny. And this is why he's around. For Alpha and Beta and Gamma and the Whispers and Negan. That's why Negan is around, the comic relief. Again, it's a little far-fetched. that he just figured out the whole conversation from afar. I don't know how far Alpha and Beta walked away with Gamma, and he just picked it up like that. I mean, I guess Negan being Negan, Negan's smart, but he is. And he told Alpha what was going on, and now Gamma's in trouble, but we'll have to see what happens. But I thought it was pretty funny when Alpha was going to the bathroom, and he's like, I don't mean to butt in, but no pun intended, but the latrine is for hygiene. But you just got to think about it. These people need to be so gross. How do you wipe your butt? How do you wipe anything? How do you brush your teeth? How do you bathe? How do you take care of yourself? But the whole interaction with Negan and Alpha was interesting. And we know that Negan was telling the truth about the Saviors and what went down with that. But how does Alpha know? Alpha could be like, whatever. Why did she even talk to him? Like, get out of here. The Alpha doesn't talk to you. The Alpha doesn't need to talk to you. But either way, the conversation with Negan and Alpha set some pretty big things up. And when he fell in the poop, it was pretty funny. But Negan and Alpha got it on. And it was gross. That's gross too. A lot of gross moments here. I mean, especially when Alpha's just standing there with her mask on and her socks, and they're kissing each other with the mask on and just socks. But my question is, if Negan thought Alpha was going to kill him, why did he just okay, I'm going to take my pants off and take my clothes off and I'm going to obey what she says, and then turn around and be like, she's going to kill me now? Why didn't you put up a fight or something and then realize, oh, wait, what's happening? Well, I guess Negan was just going to be taken out one way or another. But instead, he took Alpha down, if you know what I'm saying. Gross. And then Alpha set up Beta going after Gamma. And if you know the potential spoilers for Season 10, Episode 10, you know that Gamma goes to Alexandria, Beta goes after, and we're going to see Beta inside Alexandria. And The Walking Dead loves to sprinkle in some walkers when it's necessary. Everybody went through the cave and the tunnel, and then, Carol's freaking out and getting upset, and Jerry gets stuck, and then all of a sudden, these walkers are crawling after him. Pretty fast, by the way. And also, the walkers were getting up on the platform, and you're like, all right, you're giving too much power to the walkers a little bit. But either way, they took him down. Jerry was safe. And I love the line by Jerry when he's like, yeah, the 6'2" guy who has a problem with airplane bathrooms. It was pretty funny. But Jerry took his gear off, and he got out of the cave tunnel, out of the tree like Winnie the Pooh. But I just see Iron Man right here, right? He's got one of the suits on. But either way, I'm just glad Jerry was safe. And Aaron, being Aaron was smart. Jerry was smart with the dynamite. And, when Aaron went out with his spike ball hand, it was pretty awesome. He was like, boom, bam, taking walkers out. And they were fighting the Whispers. And it's like a lot happened, but not a lot happened at the same time. But what is Jerry really holding here? Because he's like, they go, he's holding it up. He's like, and then he puts it down and just goes away. I could see that's what he had to do instead of helping them so he could actually get out and save it. So I think that's what it was. And you see Jerry and Aaron walking down the hill, and then it just explodes. Like, boom! I guess the dynamite exploded, or the other dynamite exploded. I mean, it was just weird. And I do feel bad for Magna and Connie that went back in to save Daryl and Carol and fight the Whispers. But now they're stuck in the cave. If they just went out, they wouldn't be there, but Daryl and Carol, it's just a whole big thing. And it's a shame because Carol didn't want that to happen. She didn't want any of this to happen. But that's sometimes worse when you're like, I know you don't want it to happen, but stop making these decisions, right? Stop doing this. You're hurting everybody involved. Now we potentially lost Connie and Magna. Come on. And Daryl's staying around the cave, so he's going to be impacted with the Whispers and Alpha potentially in Season 10, Episode 10. Aaron, Jerry, and Kelly are going back to Alexandria and maybe Hilltop, but I just feel bad for Carol. And I know the Carol haters, or the people who aren't liking Carol right now, aren't going to like her anymore. She didn't do anything to help her cause right here in this episode. And I'm guessing that this clip that we saw a couple weeks ago now is from Season 10, Episode 10. When Daryl is by the cave, the walkers are coming out of the cave, and then Daryl decides what to do. Potentially, Daryl fights Alpha. I'm really excited for Season 10, Episode 10. I thought Season 10, Episode 9 was very good, and a great start to the back half of Season 10. We have Jerry, Connie, and the director, Michael Strasmus. I apologize for saying the director's name wrong, but they're on Talking Dead, and I wonder what they'll say about Connie going forward. Because we know Jerry is safe. What about Connie? So overall, I thought season 10 episode 9 was good, exciting, and very entertaining. I have a couple videos coming up later this week, and in this video we're going to talk about Michonne and the clip that's going around. What did you do? And I want to know your thoughts on that. I'll post it later this upcoming week, as well as cliffhanger talk for the season 10 finale. What does it mean? What is it going to be about? We'll talk about what it could be, our theories, discussion, and all that stuff. Spoiler warning for that for sure, but let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. And for those interested in my Zombie Apocalypse book series, check out the link in the description below. All these books are available now in Kindle and paperback. I hope you join the fight and pick up your copy today, as the proceeds come back to the channel as well as the book series. Thank you guys for watching, and tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.